Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you had a great break and got what you needed from this time off. We are moving to obviously our new hybrid learning. It's a little scary, a little intimidating, but we'll get through it. This is week 11. Although we are changing what the structure of our week is going to look like, this preview video is sticking around. So that's why you should be here now. This week we are focusing on what is this new learning exactly going to look like, reintroducing ourselves to in-person learning as well as this new structure of virtual learning, and kind of introducing ourselves. This will be the first time that I've met some of you all in person. First time I've ever seen like your faces. So spending some time getting to know each other in that front. I've said this all along, but our classroom expectations, no matter where we are at, are going to fit into these five to be safe, responsible, respectful, prepared, and here. We will be spending some time this week thinking about, again, what does this look like in our virtual setting? Right? This is different when we are at home. And then what is this going to look like in our in-person setting? So if you are virtual, it's much of the same. If you are going to be in person, you're going to need to kind of change your frame of mind to remember what this looks like, both virtual, because you are still going to have to do work at home, and what is it going to be like when we're all together in person, especially in this pandemic classroom that is not going to be what you remember school to be like. Mainly what I ask is that that you be here no matter what. You be awake, you be present, you're engaged, participating, and giving whatever best effort you can that day. If that's where we're at, I can teach you the things that you need to know to be successful in my classroom. So yeah, let's do this. So the schedules as of now look like this. Obviously, you should know that if your last name is A through K, you're coming on Mondays and Tuesdays. If you're L through Z, you're coming on Thursdays and Fridays. Wednesday is going to be the big day for virtual students. I will say that virtual students, your schedule might be changing depending on some new guidelines. So please be resilient and check for announcements about what that's going to look like. But the structure should be something like this. Now, no matter when you have or what you're choosing to do, be in person, virtual, whatever, everyone is going to have this kind of work to do every single week. So you're going to have this preview that you are viewing right now. Every week, you're still going to have this. Some of you are going to be doing this at home. Some of you are going to be working on this at school. But the Monday preview is the first thing that you're always going to do. You're also going to have some lesson prep work. So a small assignment that's going to get you ready for whatever we are doing together in the live lesson, be it in person or virtual. You're going to have a mental health check every week. That mental health check is going to be pretty simple and short, but is going to be an opportunity for you to check in with yourself and as well as communicate with me anything that you might need me to do to support you. You're going to have your live lesson. It's going to look very much the same as it did before. It's just going to be, if you're in the classroom with me, we're going to be right next to each other. And then after we do the live lesson, you'll have some post-lesson work, some independent work, applying whatever we did or talked about or saw in the live lesson, okay? So the schedules or what your week will look like will look different no matter, or depending on what group you are. But again, everyone is going to have the same kind of setup and is going to have the week to get these same assignments done. And we're going to continue to really be heavily digital and use platforms because that's kind of the easiest way for me to keep everything kind of on the same page so that virtual and hybrid or in-person students can still get the same stuff. And it's also kind of the easiest way to keep us safe. All right. So you'll continue to use Google Classroom as your home base and go in number order, turn in your work on Google Classroom. All of your work is still going to be on Google Classroom. You're still going to use Edpuzzle. That's what you're watching right now, right? Remembering our setup of our Google Classroom, I'll be sharing a lot of announcements with links to things. I'll be sharing I put in classwork. You'll still find your assignments by week. You're still gonna, if you aren't in school, if you don't come, if you're supposed to be doing in person and you don't come that day, or if you're virtual and you miss the live version, I'm still going to be recording a recorded version of that lesson for you to view, and that will always be up at the top. again, and then the other assignments are going to go in number order, keeping that same structure that we've been doing all along. There's going to be ways that you can get support from me. First of all, if you're in person, it's going to be a simple raise of your hand and I can help you. You can always put stuff on Google Classroom or email me. And then the ELT wish time, I think that that's going to stick around, but that what exactly that's going to look like is uncertain at this point. So just be on the lookout for that announcement. Thank you for your continued patience, flexibility, resiliency through this time. It has not been easy, but you've stepped up to the challenge once again, and I know that you'll do it this time too. If you're stressed out, just take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. It's not going to be perfect. I need to remind myself of that often, but we'll be okay, and we'll get through this. So like I told you, this week's assignments and our learning this week is really just going to reacquaint ourselves with what is learning going to look like in this whole new environment once again. So we're going to review expectations and norms. We're going to get to know each other, and we're going to practice what these safety expectations are going to look like, both virtually and in person. So your assignments this week will look like this. You're going to have this preview ed puzzle that you should be watching now. You have a self-portrait or who am I collage. You're going to have a tank check for mental health, and then your assignments inventory and goal setting is really just going to be a way for you to go and check what work do I need to make up and how am I doing and what goals am I going to set for myself for this last 7 weeks of school. Our live lesson is really going to be a time for us to go over expectations, and I'm going to introduce and make sure you know how to do the assignments that are the post-lesson work. So a couple of things. Group A, you're going to come on Monday, and we're going to spend Monday actually doing these kind of preview assignments. So this preview, as well as the self-portrait collage assignment number 41. If you're virtual, the expectation is that you get these two live lesson assignments done before we meet together on Wednesday. And group B, the virtual that's coming on Thursday and Friday, that is also your expectation. So even if you're not at school on Monday and Tuesday, there is still work that is going to be expected of you. So you should be watching this before you come to our class on Thursday. That is the expectation. Whenever you are coming in person, it's really important that you bring your device. Like I said, we're still going to be doing a lot of this work, a lot of our work online, pretty much all of it actually. So make sure that you bring your device and make sure that it's charged, or at the very least, bring your charger. You're going to want it every single day in every single one of your classes. Be ready to do your work at home independently and asynchronously. We're really only going to be doing one lesson together live. The other work is for you to do independently. If you're in class, there's going to be plenty of time that's given, at least one whole class period that's going to be given for you to do some of those assignments. But then the rest of the work, it's going to be on you to do whenever you're at home. So do your prep work, do your post work, and make sure that you're getting that done. And then the last thing is make sure you bring and are ready to wear your mask. There's a whole lot of safety procedures and such that are going to be completely new, and I need you to be ready to take that on and tackle it, okay? Okay, here we go. This is crazy and scary, but also super exciting. I'm ready to finish out these last weeks of our 2020-2021 school year, actually getting to know some of you. So I will see you on Monday, Tuesday, or I'll see you in class on Wednesday, or I'll see you Thursday, Friday. But yeah, let's do this. Thanks, you all. You're great.